So outside I'm going through the motions of creating the aeroponic system as well as the NFT hydroponic system. Um, but greedy as I am also going to do an ebb and flow with the siphon system. And I went to my local gardener shop, Home Depot, and I found this great crate, and that's going to be on top of my two 45-liter tanks here. One of them is just going to be a support frame that I'm going to put on top. So it's the below 45 liters, and this is 43-ish liters. So it should match up okay. So what's so good about this? This comes with a net at the bottom, and contrary to most of these, it doesn't come with a lot of slits in it because I'm going to need this to be waterproof, obviously. So it does come with a couple of already pre-drilled holes from the mold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this a bit, and I'll end up putting a bell siphon in, much like the videos that Avnan has been doing. I'll put a link in the description below. He's got some great stuff he goes through and tries all sorts of siphons, and it's very helpful in trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. So I'm going to expand this whole bit, put this in, and excuse me. Another thing that's good about this is that I will be able to put a couple of air stones below it. So these are basically going to be situated below, spread apart, 2 air stones. I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to have my belt siphon come out on top of this. I'm going to drill a hole through this too, of course. And the good thing is that once I do the actual bell that's going to sit on top of it, I won't actually need to drill anything at the bottom, any of the 4 feet that you usually see, because it's just going to sit flat, flush with the bottom. So it won't actually matter because whatever water is here is going to seep in from below it. So I won't actually have to worry too much about that. And it should be a very good flow, seeing as you got water will be able to seep through all of the holes below here. So that should work pretty nicely, I think. So yeah, that is project number 3. Yes, they're all concurrently ongoing, but keep tuned and you'll see what comes along. This, what are you going to have in this Alf? Well, I was thinking that I would love to have a grape wine grow up over the frame outside of my terrace. So I figured something that's deep, something with a medium, aerated with the air stones, and I'm going to try and make this partly solar powered as a sort of backup. There's going to be a normal pump to do it, but there's also going to be a solar powered pump, very small wattage, just in case one of them goes out. So it should sort of just run basically. So I've got that going, and it's not going to take up all of it. There's also going to be room for maybe some vegetables that needs to grow in deep medium of some sort. So I'm looking forward to that. Another quick update. I finally got the potentiometer that I needed to be able to regulate my 24-volt pump. This pump is surprisingly powerful, as small as it is though. That's going to go in my clone tank. It's going to have mist nozzles that sprays the roots, but it's a little bit too powerful just for that. At some point, if it needs to go outside, I've sort of boxed up the power supply as well as the potentiometer to control it. Pretty? No. Does it work? Yes, very much so. Nice and watertight. The power supply, I don't know if it's going to get hot or anything. I'm going to have to let it go for maybe a day or two and see how hot it gets. If it gets too hot, I might need to drill a couple of air holes, maybe below, and then raise it a little bit so it's still watertight. We'll see. But that's in the works as well. But basically, it's middle-sized clay balls, and this is a 20-liter sack from Amazon for 2,400 yen, I think, so $24 or so. It's about the cheapest place that I could find it, so it's not too bad. That's gonna go into pots. That's gonna go in this because I don't want to fill up all of this with the with medium just because it's going to be heavier than it needs to be, seeing as it's also going to have water go in. So I'm going to do pots that matches whatever I'm putting into it, and then I'll put that in the pots within this. That way I can take it out, swap out new stuff without having to worry too much about root systems. I hope. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so stay tuned and watch me make the mistakes so you don't have to. Thanks. If you'd like this, any questions, comments, please like and subscribe and put your comments down below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks.